All right, so more from Conor McGregor and more from Michael Chandler because Michael Chandler has finally responded to Conor's words, saying that the UFC does not want him to fight Chandler anymore. So Chandler has responded. He's calling out Conor in a pretty big way, and we are going to talk about it. I'm going to show you I'll show you exactly what Conor said. I think a lot of people have already seen this, but I'll show it to you again. Or some people will have not seen it. And then Jake Paul is now lighting Conor up again, because Conor is asking for a very specific boxing match that Jake Paul thinks is pathetic. So we're going to go over those things. And then also I have a special treat for you guys. So I launched the members section, I don't know, a week or two ago. And I have a ton of content back there. It's mostly the Jesse on Everything stuff. Everybody who's missing Jesse on Everything, it's back. It's in the members only section. I just today did a video on the brand, like that they're going to indict Trump's attorneys now. I'll tell you exactly why they're doing that. I also did a video. I did another video about the cop who was at the George Floyd thing, who was it's like first week on the job, and now he's getting 5 years in prison. You know, really awesome stuff. I did a video about that. And I was going to do another one about this particular topic, but this Lizzo story, where Lizzo is getting canceled for body shaming her backup dancers and then doing all kinds of grotesque sexual stuff. Well, I decided this is going to be so good and so funny, I'm going to put it on this video. So after we talk about Conor, we're going to talk about Lizzo. And if you enjoy that, there is a lot more of content like that behind the paywall in the members only section. So that's what it is. Now, if you don't mind subscribing to the channel, I would appreciate it if you guys did that. If you watch my content, that means you like the videos. Even if you hate me, you like the videos. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I would appreciate that very much. And then you can have everything for free. All right, so here is the dealio. So let's just start off with the tweets themselves, right? Let's just look at what everybody's talking about, and in no particular order. This is actually funny because, like I said, this was super dumb. Jake Paul said about Conor's comments to him, "I see people bent out of shape because McGregor called me a wigger. It's the fight game. I don't give a fuck about what a coked out, juiced up, shitty, cheap, whiskey drinking fool says and then deletes. He's a selfish, self-centered, salty drug addict who hasn't done anything for other fighters." Damn. Damn, son. Damn. That is a very, very mean tweet. I don't even think I need to comment on that other than to say wigger is not a, I don't think that that's a slanderous comment that anybody really needs to concern themselves with, I know it sounds like a word that you should be very concerned about, but it's not that word. And so it just seems kind of stupid to get bent out of shape about it. So I agree with Jake Paul. He doesn't care. I don't care. But here, this is something to be interested in. All right. So Conor has tweeted this now. And listen, you guys know how I feel about this. Conor is great for the fight game. He's the best thing for the fight game. He's like the Tiger Woods of fighting, except just like, and I just mean in terms of like attention on the sport is always better when he's in it. So I generally welcome his contributions. But dude, stop talking about fights you're going to take if you're not taking any fights. For me personally, I'm done, dude. Like, I'm done with like, oh, I want to fight this guy. I want to fight. It's like, bro. And honestly, like, it's nothing against Conor's doing what he should do, which is staying in the conversation. But at this point, it's like, if anybody seriously is taking anything he says seriously, I'm like, are you a complete fucking retard? What historically has shown you that anything that he says on Twitter is going to lead to any like consistent outcomes here? Don't forget, I played ping pong with Floyd's head. I mean, listen, dude, Conor looked great in the Floyd fight. I've said it a million times. He did very well. That was the most fun I had ever had watching a fight, I think. Like, it was so fun because it was so unexpected how well he did. But let's be honest, Floyd did to him what Nate was trying to do to Jake, which was stand in front of him and then make him tired, which he was able to do, and then he finished him. But nonetheless, I carried him. In the rematch, I'm going to use this style of attack, but alongside a more destructive set of shots on top also. Before, it was just ping pong. This time, it's ping pong and Babe Ruth with a baseball bat. KO incoming. Okay. The second that fight is booked and we have a date, I will start talking about it. Otherwise, I'm just going to say that I just can't, dude. I'm like, I'm saying as a Conor fan, I'm saying this as like the same as a girlfriend who's gotten cheated on 5,000 times. And the guy's like, listen, it's never going to happen again. You know, I know I told you that I loved you and that I wouldn't do this, but I did it. It's like, dude, stop teasing me and then breaking my heart. I don't believe this fight's happening. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. So then Jake Paul says, only makes sense for you to chase Floyd, who has fought my brother, a dude I crushed in my sole amateur fight, a journeyman MMA fighter who just lost on Kingpin and John Gotti 3. Haha, fell off, my boy. Fell off. I'm confused. Okay, so hold on. Who is... Oh, I got it. Okay, so Jake Paul says, only makes sense for you to chase Floyd, who has fought my brother, a dude I crushed in my sole amateur fight, a journeyman MMA fighter who just lost on Kingpin, and John Gotti III. Haha, fell off, my boy. Fell off. Now, I will push back on this a little bit and be like, I mean, it's still Floyd Mayweather, and Conor and him made magic together, the highest grossing pay-per-view in the history of the world, as far as I understand it. So, you know, I mean, he's not wrong, but he's wrong, you know. So then this was actually before this. Let me get this out of the way. So Conor was asked about the Michael Chandler fight because someone was like, hey, bro, what are you doing? You did Ultimate Fighter. Why are you saying you're not going to fight Chandler? Like, this is weird. What are you doing? And Conor said, I'll do it if they want, no problem. I don't think they want him no more, though. There's loads of juicy fights around, and my return date is my return date. I never give a fuck about who it was, ever. I'll fight anyone. I'll even fly them to me, ask Malganati, flown in, and beat around or bet around. Okay. Again, this is exactly what I'm talking about, dude. Like, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the boy who cried wolf, dude. That's a much better example. Like, this is the boy who cried wolf. It's like, dude, you're talking about Paulie Malignaggi? That was in 2017, dude. I remember that. I'll tell you exactly why I remember that. Is because I was going to bet on Floyd Mayweather in the late rounds. Okay? And then the Paulie Malignaggi thing happened. And Conor got that knockdown on him, and they said that happened in like the 11th or 12th round. And I was like, whoa, Conor has gas in the 11th or 12th? Never mind. And I made the biggest bet I'd ever made on a sporting event on Floyd Mayweather by decision. So I changed my bet because of that Malignaggi thing. Not that this is super relevant, but bottom line is I remember that. And that was in 2017 leading into the Mayweather-McGregor fight. Ask Malignaggi. That's 6 years ago. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, that's not a good example because it's not recent. You know? And I understand, like, Conor he had a serious injury, and I totally understand that. I get it, dude. Very serious injury. And if you hear frustration in my voice, it's because I am frustrated because I just want to see this. Like, either let's book a fight and fight, or just get out of this media thing so that I cannot have to have my hopes up all the time and then it never actually happens. Anyway. And then Michael Chandler responded to the idea that that this has anything to do with the UFC and whatever. He said, this dude, I remember when his words held an immense amount of weight. Just tell the truth. So he is very clearly just saying Conor's lying. And I don't know about you guys, but if I had to pick which source of information I was going to trust, it would probably be Michael Chandler. Since the other side doesn't make any sense. What are the odds that the UFC's all, hey, you know what, Conor? I know we did Ultimate Fighter. We gave our word to you and Chandler, but since you started tweeting that you'd rather fight Gaethje, we realized, like, why do the Chandler fight? Let's just betray Chandler with you. We'll just betray him together because there's a fight that's like a little bit more attractive. I don't believe him at all. I do not believe Conor at all. I don't believe that even a little bit. I don't have any idea why he's not fighting. I don't have any idea why he's not setting this up. I would imagine it has something to do with USADA, or they're negotiating because he only has 2 fights left on his deal or whatever. I don't know. I just don't know, man. I can't keep up, dude. I mean, I am keeping up, but I don't know. So there's no reason for me to speculate, but I can be very crystal clear. I believe Chandler. I don't believe Conor in this case. Although, I guess Conor didn't actually say anything definitive. He said, I don't think they want to do it anymore. So who knows? Maybe Conor's talking to the UFC, hey, maybe we could do the Gaethje fight. And they were like, I mean, maybe. They're just, what I mean? Who fucking knows, dude? Anyway, but now we're going to switch gears and we're going to talk about something so awesome because Lizzo, right? You guys may remember Lizzo as, I don't know, how do I describe her? She's fat, right? She's like, I am a big, beautiful woman. And you know what that means? It means I'm the queen of the woke. I forgot this is actually not behind the paywall. Yikes. So when I do it on the members only, I say whatever I want. So if that insulted you, I apologize in advance. Yeah, so I apologize. And there's never anything against larger girls. There are a lot of very pretty, very sexy larger girls. I just find Lizzo repulsive because she makes it out like this is like the healthy way to live and that people who do exercises are like bad people. She's one of these people that says like being in shape is white supremacy and all this idiotic shit. It's so dumb. She's the queen of the woke, dude. She's the queen of the woke. And it turns out that she's an utter, total hypocrite. Okay? She's an absolute stone hypocrite who was weight shaming her backup dancers and sexually harassing them. Sexually harassing them? Yeah, she was. She took them to a sex show in Amsterdam and then forced them to eat bananas out of the of a sex worker in an Amsterdam sex show. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever been to a sex show in Amsterdam, but I have. And let me just tell you, strip clubs are fun if you have hot strippers that are, engaging and fun. Bottom line, strip clubs are fun. You have a seat, you watch them dance. Someone comes up there, hey, can I get you a dance? And you look there, she's a smoke. And you're like, I like your attitude. Let's go. You feel bad about yourself later because you spent hundreds of dollars and got nothing out of it. But nonetheless, at least you had a good time. Strip clubs are fun, Amsterdam shows are disgusting. Okay? Disgusting. I'll tell you a true story. When I was 18 and I graduated college, for whatever reason, call it what you want, a personality thing. Like everyone that we knew was going to Cancun for their senior trip, which obviously in hindsight is exactly what we should have done. But, me and my friends thought we were the coolest fucking guys on earth. And so we're like, let's big league these fuckers, man. Let's go to Europe. Oh, you guys are going to Cancun? Super fun, man. We're going to Amsterdam. And then we're going to go to Barcelona. And then we're going to go to Switzerland, Interlaken, which is exactly what we did. And we had a good time. But that was before I had gone on spring break to Cancun or Cabo, which I did subsequently in college. And that was a idiotic decision. Without a shred of doubt, we should have gone to Cancun. But nonetheless, that's what we did, right? So we flew in and out of Amsterdam. I got high as a kite. I very soon into my college career, realized I hate smoking weed and that the paranoia that I was feeling throughout high school, like periodically throughout high school, was not my actual personality. It's that I was stoned all the time and it made me miserable because I hate everyone on earth when I'm high and I hate myself just as much as everyone else. That's why I never smoke weed anymore. But nonetheless, so I was in that state of mind when I was in Amsterdam. stoned to like to the gills, man. Like So what do you do when you're 18 years old and you're in Amsterdam with your friends? It's like, let's go to the red light district. So we went to the red light district. We're walking through there, and some guy in a cape, seriously, a cape, okay? A top hat and a cape. Hey, guys, Satan is everywhere. He didn't say that, but he's like, hey, guys, you guys want to see a sex show? And we're like, I'm too stoned and scared to say no to anything. So, sure. Come on, guys. Come on. And he led us to whatever, what looks to, for all intents and purposes, looks like a strip bar, but it is not a strip bar. It is a sex bar. So we start walking upstairs. Okay. So you go up the stairs. On the way up is this weird little landing. I still remember this like it was 5 minutes ago. There's this weird little landing that like had this little hallway, and there was the bathroom over there. There was like a bathroom over there, and then there was like some weird room over there, but we were just going by. But as we were going up, some guy came out of the bathroom and walked up to us. This guy was in he was in like these booty shorts that were like sequined, right? Like sequined booty shorts, and a vest, like a tuxedo vest with nothing else. So he's just in like a tuxedo vest, shirtless underneath, and these little sequined booty shorts. And he looks like he's on 100 different drugs, right? And he looks at me and he's like, hey, maybe me and you dance later, okay? Now, believe it or not, when I was 18 years old, I looked very young, okay? I was a late grower, you know? So when I was 18, I looked 16, 15 even. And this creep-ass dude, right? This creep-ass dude, hey, maybe me and you dance later. I just got dropped off there by a top hat Satanist. And so literally the most repulsive, disgusting human being I'd ever seen, who I would bet $1 million was HIV positive, asked me to go dance later. I'm like, and I'm stoned out of my mind, right? I'm like, this is breaking out to be a very bizarre experience. So we go upstairs. It's a strip bar. There's a stage, and then there's like just the surrounding like it's like a strip club. So me and my buddy sit down, and some girl starts dancing naked, and then her, the other half of the sex show comes walking down the alley thing between the seats, and guess who it is? It's the sequin guy that wants to dance with me. And so he gets up on stage, and he has limp, repulsive, unprotected with this absolutely AIDS positive girl on this stage. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my entire life. A guy I know for sure is like a gay person, right? Is having sex with an HIV positive stripper on the stage right next to us. We look around and we're in there, and then like everyone else who's in there are like these creeps. So that's the place that they were at, just like that. And Lizzo made her backup dancers eat a banana out of the of the performer at a place like that. So the queen of the woke, Miss Body Positivity, Mrs. Sexual Harassment. Oh my God. She uses all the wokeology. I remember like when she put the word spaz in one of her songs, and they were like, you know that the word spaz is like not a good word to use because it's very insensitive to people who really have spasmodic attacks. You know that, Lizzo? And she apologized for that. Okay? She wanted to be the leader of that group. People, you use the word spaz, Lizzo. She's all, and you know what she said? This is my favorite thing. Let me actually show you because you won't believe me that this is true, dude. Lizzo overstand. Check this out. Because you would never believe it unless I showed you. So she didn't say that she understands, right? Like Lizzo, she doesn't understand what she did wrong. She overstands, I overstand the power. I understand the power that women, God damn it, let me show this to you. Just because this is so stupid. I overstand the power words can have. Not understand. She overstands because she's woke, and they get to just make up words as they go, and then that is how you know that you're talking to a wokester, because they overstand things. Not understand, they overstand. So she's garbage, okay? Has nothing to do with her weight, has nothing to do with anything other than she's a fraud. She weight shamed these girls. She made them eat a banana out of the dirtiest chlamydia on earth. So I have nothing to add to this. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, there's much more of this in the members section. That's what I've got. I love you guys. Bye-bye.